everyone, I recently just got back from the very first run of EF Ultimate Break's new Highlights of Morocco itinerary. In this video, I'll take you along through my experience and show the new stops on the itinerary, including Chefchaouen, Morocco's famous Blue City, Tangier, and an overnight stay in the Sahara Desert. If this trip inspires you to visit Morocco yourself, or you're interested in any of EF's other trips, I have a link and discount code in the description below that will get you $100 off your first trip with EF. I had such an amazing time on this trip, and I hope you enjoy coming along for the adventure. My name is Holly. It's nice to meet you.
Milena.
I'm sorry, Milena? Milena. I'm so bad with names, so bear with me.
Dialect or Darija, D-A-R-I-J-A, Darija, which is a
So after the walking tour, the group has lunch on their own. There are a bunch of spots to choose from in the plaza, and some of the girls and I went to this place called Organa, and the food was really good there. I also wanted to note at this point the bus returns to the hotel, but our tour director Robbie gave us the option to spend more time here and take a taxi back, which is what me and a few of the others did because we really didn't have time to shop in the souks. We just kind of walked through them. I kind of just wish we had free time to explore here instead of being required to walk through the markets as a part of the walking tour, but either way, it was a lot of fun getting these customized bracelets with our names in Arabic, and I'd also recommend tasting the fresh juice from the surrounding stands in the plaza. It was probably the best juice I've ever had in my life. Okay, ready?
Doing a boomerang or like?
I'm gonna just do a regular video, but you do whatever you want.
No, I'm just.
Okay, ready? Okay. Cheers, guys, to Morocco and travel. One of the highlights of our trip was our night at Theatro Marrakesh. This night was an absolute blast and one of the best moments of the trip. We ended up dancing on a bar all night with these people working there in these giant bug suits, which made this entire experience feel kind of like a fever dream. I'm not entirely sure what was going on, but it was hilarious and all of us had a great time. If you're into clubbing and nightlife, I would say this is pretty much your one chance to do so on this itinerary, so I would definitely take advantage of it here. We're about to go to the gardens, then after that we are going to go to the cooking class at 10:15, and I will keep you posted then. So for day 4, this is when pretty much all of the optional excursions through EF are offered, except for the dinner in Fez. The most popular one, I believe, was the hot air balloon, which I didn't do since I've done it before and it was kind of expensive. I believe it was around $250. Also, a few of us were still a little hungover from the night before, so getting up that early, it just wasn't realistic. But I've heard really good things about it, and if you've never done a hot air balloon before, I'd definitely consider it. The photos looked absolutely incredible. For the cooking class, a lot of us went to Garden Majorelle, which isn't through EF, but it is super easy to do on your own. A bunch of the people from the group went together, and I believe tickets were around $15. The garden was absolutely beautiful, and I definitely recommend squeezing it in if you can. I did do the Moroccan cooking class with EF, and in my opinion, if you're choosing just one excursion, this is the one that I'd recommend. It's $85, which I know sounds like a lot, but compared to the other excursions, it was the cheapest, and I thought it was totally worth the cost. The class takes place at Chez Jafar, and it feels more like an experience than a cooking class. You cook traditional Moroccan dishes, including chicken tagine, and in between everything you get time to explore the property. It's this huge creative space with art, replicas, giant camels, and there was even a pool if you want to swim or walk around and take photos. We made the full meal together, including salad, roasted tomatoes, bread, and a tagine. I also did the cooking class with the same group I went out with at the night before at Theatro, so it felt like a really fun shared experience. Our group for this tour was pretty big. I think it was 44 people total, so everything on this trip moved a little bit slower, but the space was still definitely accommodated for that big of a group.
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
tarjutu, this one.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yalla, just 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Woo! Thank you. Come on, chicken.
So the majority, they don't know how to write. And in some areas, they don't even speak Moroccan Darija. All they know is
Our next stop was at Beit Benadou, which is one of the most famous sites in Morocco and has been used in a ton of movies and TV shows, most notably Game of Thrones. Before we got there, we stopped for an included lunch with EF. We got these really tasty skewers that were really tasty, and the presentation was just gorgeous. Once we arrived, we had the option to climb to the top of the hill for hills overlooking the village. I was a little nervous. It was going to be more difficult than it actually was because I was wearing Birkenstocks. I just recommend bringing as much water as possible and wearing good walking shoes for this day because it's not a difficult hike, but I think you need some good walking shoes for it, and the temperature here was super hot. The views from the top were definitely worth it, and it was really neat getting to walk through a place that had been around for so many centuries and was featured in a lot of movies and shows. After that, we continued to the Sahara and stopped for the night in a hotel that actually wasn't listed on the EF website. I never caught the name of it, but I thought it was a super nice hotel. We had a buffet-style dinner with sodas included, and there was also a really cool pool on this property. That night, a group of us got together, shared some wine, ordered pizza, and sat around telling stories for a few hours. This ended up being one of my favorite parts of the trip because it was one of those moments that wasn't really planned. We all just got to hang out and get to know each other before heading to the desert camp the next day.
it's not really that old. This is like the beginning of the 19th.
It's so cute. No, Kaylee, I'm so glad we get to experience this together. I'm gonna be sitting here. Imagine if we can open it, get our nicotine fix. I've never seen such little footprints before. Mommy.
It was gonna be a little bit more. No. But technically, it's like for me, it is kind of rich. Like, oh no, it's fine. Do we want like someone to serve?
Hi, Mommy. I made it to the Sahara Desert, and we're gonna stay here overnight. And it's a full moon, and I wanted to share this moment with you. It's so pretty. This bathroom is so nice. Good morning, good morning. So this is the hotel that we're staying at in Fez. It's super nice and has a really nice view outside. It's a little loud at night, but it's kind of odd that there's just one chair, but it's super pretty and relaxing. It's one of my favorite hotels that we've stayed at on this trip, and there's been a lot. Day 9 was our travel day from Fez to Tangier, and we had a stop in Chefchaouen, also known as Morocco's Blue City. This was one of the stops that I was primarily looking forward to this entire trip almost. If you couldn't tell, there is a lot of driving on this trip, but I actually didn't really mind it. I did 2 other EF trips before this, and both of those had 3 domestic flights, and they took up the entire day. So at least on this trip, there was scenery and spots to look at along the way. We weren't just confined to traveling for the whole day. I think it's just as important to know that after Fez, places like Chefchaouen, Tangier, Rabat, and Casablanca are more like stops along the journey than actual places where you're spending a day or 2 exploring. I'm really happy that Chefchaouen was added to the itinerary because it's a really unique place to see, and I think that it should be on every traveler's bucket list. I just wish that we had more time here. If you've seen pictures of it online, it really does look like it came straight out of a Pinterest board. Everywhere you turn around, there's blue alleyways, colorful doorways, and photo spots. It's crazy. I love their little poles. It's the best thing though.
There's a ferry over here.
Oh, that goes to Spain? Should go on a side quest. Of the view. Here's a little tour of our room in Tangier. The bathroom is so nice and it smells so good. There's been a few of these at the previous hotels that we've been to, but I'm not 100% sure what they're used for. These lotions smell so good. And this hotel is super nice. I think this is definitely the nicest one that we've stayed on in this trip. And we only have one more day, one more hotel in Casablanca. There's been a ton of hotels on this trip, but finally almost there to the last one. The next morning, we started our drive from Tangier to Rabat, Morocco's capital. When we arrived in Rabat, we got to see Hassan Tower, which is one of the most famous landmarks there, and we just got to walk around the area for a little bit and explore. Vamos.
We know only vamos a la playa.
It's a good one to know.
Yeah, let's watch.
Made it. Thank you, thank you.
We also got to see more of the coastal side of Rabat after. I didn't realize Rabat even had this whole oceanfront area, but our group got to walk around the overlook with these beautiful views of the beach. It was a beautiful day outside. Again, I do wish we had the opportunity to have a beach day on this trip. Our group stopped in places like Tangier and Rabat, which are both beach towns, but we never really had enough time to actually go to the beach. Especially after all of the driving and walking throughout this trip, I think it would have been nice to have had even like just half a day where we could relax by the water. But also, I surf, so maybe this is just me inadvertently really wanting to go surfing. I just think that it would have been a fun addition to the itinerary, but it was still beautiful and I loved it.
Mira.
Sí, eso está bonito de los espejos.
Quiero el imán de aquí.
Sí,
Hello, hello.
y un espejo.
Sí, sí.
After we explored the beaches, we got lunch in Rabat before heading to our last stop in Casablanca. The food was very tasty, but because our group was so big, it was definitely a little chaotic trying to get everybody fed and back on schedule. Once we got to Casablanca around dinner time, we had about 2 hours before our farewell dinner at Rick's Cafe, so I decided to go out and explore on my own. So I went to the markets, walked around Casablanca, did some last-minute shopping, and finally bought one of these Moroccan lamps I had been eyeing throughout the entire trip. I felt totally safe walking around on my own, and it was nice to have a little bit of independence before meeting back up with everyone. Video of the sunset. It's so gorgeous.
I've known my lady's pleasures, had myself some friends, spent a time or two in my own home. And I have to say it now, it's been a good life all in all. It's really fine to have the chance to hang around and lie there by the fire and watch the evening tire while all my friends and my old lady.
I can't believe it. It's the last night.
It doesn't feel like it.
Okay.
Okay, we get
How sweet it is to love someone, how right it is to care, how long it's been since yesterday.
So it's around 5:30 a.m. and we have a 6 a.m. departure to the Casablanca airport. We didn't really have a lot of time here, especially after Fez. We went to Tangier, stopped in Rabat and Casablanca, but it felt like go, go, go. We didn't have as much time in those cities as we did in the first initial 3, Marrakesh, Sahara, and Fez, which I felt like was a good amount of time. But general consensus of the trip was that it was incredible. Everyone on the trip was absolutely super, super nice and kind. It was just a big group because this was the first departure of the itinerary, of the new itinerary of Morocco. There were just way too many people on the trip, and it made everything kind of hectic. There was 44 of us, and trying to get everybody, at the bathroom, at the rest stops just took like at least an hour at the very minimum. So, but overall, fantastic trip. We're in Casablanca right now. We ate at Rick's Cafe. I'm packing up. It's super late. or early, I guess, for that matter. We have, a bunch of us have a layover in Madrid, and I get home at around 5 p.m. our time, which is 10 p.m. here, what I'm used to right now. But it's been a fantastic trip. This is my third with EF, and I really liked them as a company. Great trip, great people. It was very organized and structured. And now it's time to go home. It always goes by too fast, but bye Morocco, and I'll see you next time.